Hai, Assalamualaikum. My name is Mashita.
My name is Nurul Afika binti Ismail.
Hi, I'm Sarah.
Oh, hi, I'm Siti Nadira binti Abdul Rizal.
Hi, I'm Fazlina.
Be representing the blue hat, which is the controlling hat. The color blue symbolizes overview control since the color of the sky is blue, which covers everything. The blue hat thinkers is like the conductor of an orchestra. The blue hat thinkers calls for the use of the other hat. Besides that, the blue hat thinking is responsible for summarizing overviews and conclusions. In this video, we will discussing on the issues of all IIUM students should be allowed to bring either motorcycle or bicycle only in order to solve the problem of not having enough parking space in the campus. So I want to know how or what other hat thinks about this issue. So White Hat, can you give some important facts and information about this issue?
I will play the role as white hat in this discussion. So, first of all, I will explain about the function of white hat. As we know, white hat is neutral and objective. The white hat will provide information and concern with objective facts and figures that are needed in the discussion. So, with this thinking hat, I will focus on the available data that related to our topic of discussion, which is all IIUM students should be allowed to bring either motorcycle or bicycle only in order to solve the problem of not having enough parking space in campus. Based on my research, the main campus of IIUM covers an area of 710 acres, and the total number of student population including undergraduates and postgraduates at the main campus was about 16,500 and still increasing, while the total number of academic staff and administrative staff at the main campus were about 1,400 and still increasing too. So, the increasing number of the population in campus has been exerting enormous pressure on physical infrastructure including road, parking area and related transport infrastructure in campus. In addition, increasing parking demand within limited parking supply allowing vehicles to park at the location other than designated parking area is the major reason for this trend. By looking at the parking supply in campus, we can see that most of the staff members commute to campus by using cars. So, the pressure on existing parking spaces is much higher if students also commute to campus by using cars. This scenario clearly showed that there exists lack of parking spaces in the campus for students and staff members. So, it is eventually leads students, especially to park at the curbside of the road in the parking area, and they are only allowed to bring either motorcycle and bicycle in order to solve the problem of not having enough parking space in campus. So now, let's move to the red hat and see how you think about this issue.
I will be explaining about the red hat, which is the emotion hat, as it symbolizes the fire, which also symbolizes big emotion and feelings. I will be expressing all my feelings and emotion freely, so don't you dare to ask me to justify it. I also will tell my intuition and my instincts beside expressing and sharing my fears to other people. In the idea of only allowing IIUM students to bring only motorcycles and bicycles to the campus, it surely will make the student very angry. Besides that, it also will make the student feels that their rights have been limited because of that. Besides that, the student also will be feeling discriminated by the university's authority.
I'm totally opposite with you, Afrika. The student will feel happy as the parking space is finally adequate for all the people in IIUM. The student will also feel relief as they do not have to park at other place. I think that's enough for red hat. Why don't we put on the yellow hat right now?
I guess you know which hat I am. What do you think when you see yellow? Is it the sunshine, or a bright side, or these sunglasses? Yellow Hat is concerned with positive assessment or positive judgment and seeks for values and benefits in the problem. It also aims to make things happen, make an improvement, or use any opportunities. The keyword for Yellow Hat is optimism, constructive, and generative. How does that work? Let's see the example of a Yellow Hat apply in this situation. Using motorcycle or bicycle to solve the parking space problem on campus can bring us many benefits. It protects the environment. As we know that bicycles don't need fuel and are polluting free, it is a one way to protect the environment. And even though motorcycles do use fuel, it surely produces less pollution compared to a car. From this, we can avoid pollution, create a good environment and a good ecosystem around the campus. Building a well-being lifestyle. Pedaling a bike as an exercise activity around the campus can help us to stay in shape. In fact, IIUM has quite a large space around the campus, a good environment since it's surrounded by greenery, scenery, fresh air, plants and trees. It's a good opportunity for us to exercise more. Also, riding motorcycle is therapeutic as it helps us to focus and concentrate while riding it. Save more money. Students can save more money to spend on other important things such as books, tuition fees, or residential fees instead of spending on pricey transportation or costly gasoline and maintenance fees for cars. Improve our social life. Riding motorcycle and bicycle can ease our routine as it's stored safely, easy to use, we can go to the class faster, and we can improve our social network by joining cycling community. The last one, accessible parking space. Motorcycle and bicycle have average to small size which can easily access to parking space and can fit many amount of it there. Also, students will not struggle to find parking space and no need to circle around the campus just to find parking space anymore since using these two types of vehicles are easier. Now you know how Yellow Hat's thinking. Let's see how Black Hat would say about this issue. Let's go.
So I'm putting Black Hat right now. I'm ready to criticize and give judgment to this idea as well as spot out the difficulties and risks of it. So obviously, the idea of allowing IIUM students to bring either motorcycle or bicycle only in campus in order to solve the problems of not having enough parking space in campus have a lot of disadvantages. Firstly, IIUM students will face difficulties during rainy days if they use either motorcycle or bicycle to the class. Both of the transportation do not have any roof to protect them from the rain. Therefore, they will get drenched on their way to the class. Then, the risk of accidents are high. It is because there is no specific road for motorcycle riders or bicycle riders in IIUM. The students need to use the main road, which are very busy with cars, especially the lecturers. The worst thing is that the risk of injuries after the accident will be high for those who use motorcycle or bicycle than for those who use the car. Instead of that, theft rate will be increased in IIUM as bicycle and motorcycles are more easier to be stolen than cars. Moreover, there will be a lot of bicycles and motorcycles will be parked at the same place during the same time, which may benefit the thief as it will make the public hard to notice the thief action. At the same time, it will also increase the statistic of road offenders in IIUM. It's because, as we all know, the road in IIUM is a one-way road. The students, especially those who ride the motorcycles, will tend to against the current of the road as they think that it will save the time. Lastly, this idea will bring difficulties for IIUM students that want to buy things outside the campus, especially for those who are in charge on preparing things for certain program in IIUM. Motorcycle will limit the things that students need to buy as it only have a small space to put things. I think that's enough for Black Hat. So right now, why don't we change it to Green Hat, shall we?
For the Green Hat is focused on creativity, possibility, alternative and new idea. It is an opportunity to express new concept. So, in this meeting, I will be responsible for wearing green hat. Firstly, based on what has been stated by Black Hat, I think that we can use another way to solve the problem of not having enough parking space in campus. First, every semester we could see students who will choose to park at Target rather than on campus. For those students, instead of issuing them a parking permit, we will give them a parking credit per month deducted from their tuition bills. In that way, we will be able to reduce the number of people who choose to park around the campus. Second, I propose to set up an electronic management system to control the parking flow. Students will be able to gain access to the campus parking lot swiping their parking permit. This allows us to monitor the parking situation in each of the parking lots at time and calculating how many parking spots are left in each parking lot. From there, we could operate a mobile application for students to get update information on the parking situation. We can set up a few LED display boards around the campus to show the number of spots left for each of the parking lots. And these measures allow students to get update information to choose their parking options and get to campus on time. It also prohibits people without a parking permit to gain access to the campus. Third, provide parking space specifically for each type of transportation, and this is to ensure the size of the vehicle is parked according to the types of vehicle. And this solution also can certainly help to increase the parking area, the parking space, and students can park their vehicle well. Lastly, the campus might also develop a parking fee system to discourage students from parking on campus. And the campus could post a parking fee at certain times of the day to direct students to park at Target, take public transportation, or choose other options in rush hour. Sometimes, we just need to think outside the box, and the solution could be just around the corner.
Thank you, Fazlina, and all the other members for your contributions. From all the perspectives that have been collected, I can conclude that IIUM students should be allowed to bring either motorcycle and bicycle only in order to solve the problems of not having enough parking space in the campus.